Hi, welcome to the Jack Bench Woodworking channel. I am Charlie Kocourek, and today I have a very cool thing to show you. My friend, Andy Klein, and I think many of you know who Andy is. He's the guy who designed the saw blade where he takes a piece of plywood, zoom, he runs it across the table saw, 4 cuts, folds it up, and he's got a box just like that. That's the guy I'm talking about. Well, Andy's got another one. Now this time, Andy's invented a new kind of clamp. And what it is it's a parallel clamp, like a regular Bessey type, not Bessey necessarily brand name, but a parallel clamp that you can use as a regular parallel clamp, but when you need to clamp a panel together, you can flip 2 of them together, they interlock, and then they squeeze the panel on the edges just like a regular parallel clamp would, but at the same time you're doing that, they squeeze down and hold the panel perfectly flat. So it's got that dual purpose. The advantage to this is you only need 1 clamp. Instead of having to have a specialized panel clamp that you would only use for panels, now you have a parallel clamp that you can use for regular clamping tasks. And then when you have those instances when you need to put a panel together and you want to be able to press it flat at the same time, you can do it with the same clamp. You don't need 2 clamps anymore. The other thing about this that I really like is it's foolproof. It's dummy proof. With a regular parallel clamp, regular clamps, if you're not careful, sometimes you can get in trouble, and this is just so dead flat easy. I got to show you. So anyway, what we've got is, here's what the clamp looks like. It's like a regular parallel clamp, except what he's done is he's put this roller in here and it's got a gauge for how thick your wood is, and that doesn't have to be exact. You just set it approximately where you want it. And then the other side has just got a hook on it, but it's a little different, but it's the same as a regular clamp. So what you do is, this is 3/4 inch material here, so I got this set. I set it about 1 inch. It doesn't have to be exact. You open it up. You put it down on, and I want to show you, I'm sorry, real quick here. These boards are milled fairly well, but they're not perfect. Look at that, that's not perfect, that one's close. Well, that one's really good. That one's good, that one's not. This one is really pretty far off. Not horrible, but not what you'd ideally like it to be. So you just set it on top of the panel like this. You have the other one already on there. Then they slide together like this. They interlock, so that goes in. You take the other one, do the same thing, and that goes right in there. And I have another second one here for the other side. It goes down. I hope you can see this. And hard to reach across here, but okay. The second side, you push that in there. Now, all I do, I take this and I tighten this up a little bit. And I tighten this up a little bit. Same thing on this side. Later. So you can see, now see right here as I'm tightening this, see how that roller is coming up on there. And as it's doing that, it's forcing that down at the same time it's pushing in. And then, same thing over here. So I've just given them a little snug. There we go. Okay, so how did it work out? Let me put this one on here. And you can see that, yes, that is, wow, that's flat. That is super flat. I don't know, let me see. I put a piece of paper under here. Yeah, I can get a piece of paper under it, but just barely. The question comes up, Is this really any better than just a regular parallel clamp? Well, I'm not from Missouri, but I could be, because you got to show me. I don't just believe it because someone said it. I had to see it for myself. I've played around with these things for a long time, more time than I want to admit. And yes, they really and truly, honestly do work better than just a regular parallel clamp. And I will prove that right this minute. So, this is the experiment that I've been running on these for some time now. I've been comparing these, the interlocked clamps, with just using a regular parallel clamp. So, what I've been doing is, and this is repeatable, I've done it over and over, so I'm sure this will be the same. I take these, and now I'm using these. They're essentially exactly the same as a regular parallel clamp. Then I take my other parallel clamp, get these out of the way here, and I've been putting them on here opposing on the opposite side. Just like this. Okay, and so they're pressing down, it's sitting there, opposite each other. And so I take the one clamp, I snug it up a little bit. I take the other clamp, I snug that up a little bit. Take this one, snug that up. And I try to be very careful to tighten them as evenly as I can, not to do one more than the other. Little on this one, little on this one, little on that one, little on that one. Okay, now let's see how flat this is compared to the one that I call it the Andy clamp, but really four-way parallel clamp. Put this on here. And there it is. Every single time I try this, I get the same result. With the just opposing clamps, it's not flat. It simply is not flat. It's way more than just a piece of paper in here. And so the problem that I've had when I'm clamping panels together with regular clamps is that they tend to bow. Now, these things will also, not the Bessies, the Andy clamp, they press down with a tremendous amount of force. So they will pull the joints together, pull the faces parallel to each other. They will force them down and pull the seams parallel to each other. One thing I wanted to show you too is how much force there really is when you're using these. Here it is. Piece of mahogany that I was using. Put this, oops, I gotta pull that apart. Okay. Oops. Here, what I want to show you is, loosen that up again. Clamp in here like this, and I'm going to tighten these up. And I just want to show you how much force there really is on here. It'll put a dent in this shim. Now, Andy's got another video out online, and you should look at Andy's video too. He's got a little different approach to this. I mean, different people, different approaches. And Andy has been using these little shims on the seams. I think, from my experimenting and playing around with these, I'm convinced that these clamps are so good, you don't need these shims. But what I'm trying to demonstrate here is how much force there is. just crank these down some. All right, we got a lot of force going down on there. How much force? Well, I'll show you how much force. Oh my gosh. More than I thought. With the shim, of course, you know, the force, the pressure is all concentrated right on this one little shim here. I'm going to walk around, put this in front of the camera and show you. If you can see that. Look at that. Look how much force that clamp put onto there. And it's even all the way across that, it's even all the way across here. So it's a home run. It really is a home run. So anyway, what do we want to do? Well, how am I even involved? What the heck am I doing here? Well, the reason that I'm even involved in this is, I mean, Andy is obviously very talented. He can be doing this all by himself. But as many of you know, Andy just relocated from Minneapolis to Denver, and he hasn't completely set up his shop yet. He can't do any woodworking yet because his shop isn't done. He can do metalworking. He's got enough of stuff set up to do his metalworking, but not the woodworking. So he asked me to help him, and what I did, I helped him with the prototype. I made the wooden parts here and the wooden parts here, and I'm helping him, you know, with making this video. And Andy made all the metal parts. And what Andy is hoping to do with this is the same thing that he did with that saw blade. He's looking for a partner to help bring this to market. And it would really be a shame if nobody picks up on this. And I don't know, some manufacturer, some retailer, a clamp manufacturer, a woodworking retailer, somebody could pick up on this and help to bring this to market. Because it'd just be a shame that if other people don't get to use it, if people don't get the chance to use this. Because I think it just makes our lives easier. I mean, we like tools and things that make our lives easier, and that's what these will do for you. So spread the word, share this video, go back, watch Andy's video, share his video, and please subscribe to the Jack Bench channel. I appreciate that. You'd be doing me a great favor if you subscribe. Thanks. Bye.